Tuesday equals new weekly, and I'm not sure because I knew that the weekly was here. I don't know what it is because they didn't put the video on the Discord. But oh, I'm not liking the practice challenge. If this is the practice challenge, I'm gonna absolutely despise the regular, aren't I? Okay, so some just kind of is like regular parkour instead of doing some crazy ass things.
This low-key looks pretty.
Okay, I might actually like this if it's just regular parkour.
How is it easy? Wait, what do you even get for completing it?
Huh?
Okay, what are we doing?
I don't know, probably like a rap or optic, maybe.
Okay. So I'm just gonna waddle through the course without it on right now, cause yeah. So you do a wall carve, or you can just grab those, bringing you to these, so you can grab onto them and go across. You could walk up this, or you know, actually, it's slanted. It's not pure vertical. You hurdle up here. Whoa, that's gonna be a tough thing to do, isn't it? You want to be very slow.
34?
Okay, I don't know how he failed that jump.
How'd you get enough
What?
speed on that one? I can't get enough
Okay, I'm just gonna do it like this. Okay, this is an interesting one. Hold. We go down here, doing something similar to a couple weeks ago with 16, I think it was. Okay, and what is happening over here? Sure, we'll head up this way. You're probably supposed to gain speed from that to then do... Yeah, that's exactly what you need to do. Okay. I'm just taking a quick look. We go up here. Oh, fuck. Okay. Okay. So it's always a good time to take a look at the weekly before you do it. Then we do something similar to was it like 14 or something with these little wall taps. This one doesn't seem that bad, just kind of some funny trickery. Okay. Honestly, practice a tiny bit of wall carving, but not too much because it's not really required, as there's not a ton happening. And then just kind of work on hand placements and managing speed to make sure you can actually make the jumps without it being too difficult. You can also take a big skip right here, but that's way smaller. We have way smaller platforms. I'm gonna give it like 5 attempts, see what I think of after those 5 attempts, and then we'll see. And see where we go from there. Okay, you then grab onto this. Oh, what? Okay, that is just gonna be a tough jump. Honestly, practice this first segment. So far, this seems to be the hardest segment, just from what I've seen. Honestly? Okay. I keep on cutting myself off, but I keep on getting new thoughts. Whenever I make these weekly tips videos, my head always is racing. Okay, let me just... Okay. It's not perfect, but it works. You could just hurdle yourself right there. Okay, that was kind of buggy. My hand bugged out there. You can kind of just hurdle yourself straight to that one on the blue. So, okay. Yeah, practice some wall carving as it's probably the best way to do this first segment. As yeah, you can jump to that, but it's definitely better for you to just do this, where you use speed from a wall carve to just do that. Oh, bro, my hand keeps getting stuck. Okay. You just simply go right here. Oh, okay, then you can jump to this one, making that jump much easier. My hand keeps on getting stuck on... Okay, well... So I didn't see that, because I didn't... Okay, but yeah, you want to go right here? Jump to this one. And then that might be the hardest segment in the entire weekly. You then just walk up here. Be careful right here. Be very careful right here. Then you can do a single tap into a pinch climb for that little part. And you can just do a couple wall taps. If you want, you can also put your hands on both sides to make sure you can get on top of it to make it much easier. This reminds me, This is like a combination of other weeklies in like its parkour, because they all have a gimmick. That was the lag spike if I've ever seen it. Because that kind of reminds me of week 8. You then tap on those. Doing a couple wall taps. I am lagging, bro. That's not nice. Kind of just want to make... So they give you a speed panel. And also, you're not going to make... You kind of just need a speed panel to make the jump. I think they want you to run across this to go right here, but you can just make a jump. So I think you can just get up on that, but it's probably easiest for you to do this. So be careful because there's a quick drop off. Let's do some wall taps. Reminiscent of a few weeks ago. I'd have to check my old weekly tips videos to see which weekly that this one is from and this stuff is from. Into one quick tap if you did that segment correctly, and you win. So yeah, the first segment is the hardest one. Very similar to previous weeklies, where it's... But there's also large skips you can take. Like, if you manage... Fuck, dude, my damn boundary. I need to fix that. Yeah, there's a bunch of skips you can do that I will take a look at later things, probably like around Friday or Saturday.
Hi, guys.
I'm gonna give it another 5 attempts. Hold on, there's new people. Let me just... Boom. Okay, there's new people. So I have to remute. Dude, that jump is really difficult. Like I said, this first segment is easily the hardest part of it. And if you can beat this first part pretty easily, then the entire weekly shouldn't be that bad. Whoa. Okay, yeah. Ooh, that was close. They purposely space these out a ton so you can do skips. Similar to a few weeks ago, I think it was like 15 or something. You know, the one that I first tried? Yeah, this isn't so bad. Literally just the first segment is difficult. You know, so you can just make the jump. You can just hurdle it. I think that it'll get you at the time limit, as I'm not sure the time limit on this weekly. But it isn't ticking fast and I'm nearing the end. Okay, so yeah, that wasn't too bad. Again, the first one is the hardest. And because I just beat it, we'll see what it gives us. It's gonna take a second, so I'm just gonna cut. Okay, anyways, I'm here now. Pattern! Oh! I mean, on the Discord, they did have a thing of the circuit pattern, but with the colors... Not this one, not this color scheme, no. It was with the color scheme of the hype or something. I'll put the picture they have up on the Discord that told us when that the weekly was out. So this one is just another chance for you to get circuit pattern if you thought that last week was too difficult, which fair enough. But again, just practice the first segment as that's really the hardest part. And you can make it much easier than I made it. Because I wanted to make a big jump to skip a good chunk of the first segment. Yeah, but it's probably the most parkour and it's probably the most parkour seen in a weekly since a while, since a few weeks ago. Yeah, there's my time. And if you beat it, which honestly not too difficult, so I hope you do, see if you can beat my time of 118. And I did pretty good. Okay. Goodbye. Hope you can take these tips and win the weekly.